Today on Mount Finance, we'll be talking about the difference between dividend investing, dividend growth investing, and growth investing. One of these forms of investing could potentially be dangerous and harmful to your portfolio if you're not paying close attention. We're going to go over it here in a minute, so stick around. Alright guys, welcome back. And for those of you who are new to this channel, what we do here is we invest $10 a day every single day, 7 days a week, into a dividend growth investing portfolio. We started this portfolio with $100 on July 19th. Today is July 27th. I've already put in my 10 for Sunday, but I wanted to jump into just a quick portfolio update, and nothing really jumps out to me here other than these two. Microsoft, which I might make a video on later this week, maybe earlier next week. I'm not really that concerned about them, but I think that they have some interesting things going on. Union Pacific, that's one that kind of stands out to me. I don't know, because I'm going to go over here. They just hired a new CEO, Jim Vena, on July 26th. That's literally yesterday, but their earnings report came out and it looked pretty good, so I'm a little confused about it. It says that they have operational problems. Hopefully you can fix it. If anything, then it looks like this Union Pacific stock is just going to keep going up, and I like the dividends that they pay, so I don't mind it at all. But what we're here to talk about today is the difference between dividend investing, dividend growth investing, and growth investing, okay? But I thought it would be nice to just start it off with a little bit of a quote from this book right here. It's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I've read this book at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, if not, I skim through this thing at least once a month. I love this book. But I wanted to go to one of my favorite quotes from this book. It says, "Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference." And this is going to be key to remember when we get into talking about dividend investing. So without further ado, let's get into that with inflation. Inflation, the average, is at 2%. Okay, the average over the past 20, 40, 60 years, it's usually around 2%. Okay, it's going to be higher, lower, whatever. The average is 2%. So that's the standard that I go by. So when talking about dividend growth investing, the main goal that I go to their dividend history, and what I want to see is something like this. This is McDonald's. And I love McDonald's because they are so consistent. Look at these dividends, guys. It starts off right here, 2013, 77. By 2017, it's $1.01. 2021, it's 129, and now it's currently at 152. So why I brought up this 2% inflation is I want my dividends to always combat inflation. I need them to raise by more than 2%. And the more that it raises, the better. If it raises too much, that's something for concern. Maybe, you should be a little bit worried. But this right here, this is perfect. This is what I love to see. I know McDonald's knows what they're doing with their dividends. But if you go into regular dividend investing where these guys just tell you, oh my goodness, look at these huge returns. Let's go to Sunoco, where they have these just monster dividend yields, 7.44%. You're getting $3.37 on this $45 stock. McDonald's is only giving you a 208%, but you're getting $6 on $2.95. That's all right. 2.08, that's fine. But 7.44, that's a really high number. And let's see, what interests me is that their dividend history over the past 10 years, they're not combating inflation. I mean, 83 cents right here is when I think it first starts hits 83 cents is 2016. Guys, it's been like virtually the same over a 7-year period. They didn't combat inflation once. They just stayed with 83 cents, which I guess isn't horrible, but I want growth. I want to know that my dividends are going to be growing and snowballing and compounding. This right here, it's all right, but that's not what we're looking for. Let's go to another one. This is the Ford Motor Company, and I mean this is what unpredictability looks like. You see something. Let's go and look at their yield. They're at 4.39. That's a pretty high yield, and you're getting 60 cents. That's because their stock's only 13. But people say, "Oh, I'm going to load up on 100 of these." Well, that's great. You're getting that 4.39, but you don't really know exactly what you're getting. I don't know what I'm getting. What is this? This is 2023. They just handed out 65, 15, 15. So I don't know. They just took this off. Let's look at their 10-year. This is unpredictable. This isn't predictable at all. Okay? And that's not dividend growth investing. This is just regular dividend investing, and you'd be chasing high dividends for no real reason. You're kind of just aimlessly doing it. So that's the difference between dividend investing and dividend growth investing. Dividend growth investing, it is consistency and it takes time. They're going to consistently increase their dividend over time, and that's what's going to make that radical difference. Okay? But let's talk about growth investing. And a lot of people, there's always just the talks of, oh, what's better, growth investing or dividend investing? I don't growth invest. I dividend growth invest. So I obviously want my stocks to do well. I want them to increase their income and revenue and hopefully increase the stock price. That looks great. But I also want them to increase their dividends. Amazon is a stock, if you see down here, they don't pay a dividend. So if you're investing in them, you're basically investing in just, you think that they're gonna grow and grow and grow and just be a monster, which they probably will. So there's nothing wrong with growth investing. I think it's great. But when a market takes a downturn, how can you stomach when this comes all the way down here at 93? It's at 160, and then it comes all the way down to 85. But let's say you have $200,000 in there, you're going to drop. That's quite the drop. So can you stomach that and ride it out, or are you going to be the guy to sell? With dividends, at least with McDonald's, if I own one share, $2.95, I know I'm still going to get my $6 dividend unless they slash it, of which I'm probably going to sell. But I know that I'm getting that 608 dividend, and I'm not as concerned about stock price because I'm in it for the long haul. Guys, look at the photo again. Consistency and time. So if they're consistently putting out those dividends, I'm going to hold them for a long time. And that's what that's my plan for McDonald's at least. And another one would be Microsoft. I'll probably hold them for a long time. Costco. That's a boring company. But guess what? They pay good dividends. They pay well enough on their dividends, but their business model is great. Let's look at another growth company. Another growth company is Tesla. Okay, so Tesla, this is what you're looking for, right? This is growth. But can you stomach when it goes down to 122? So it was all the way up at 344, even higher, really. Even higher. And then it drops all the way down to 122. You're going to be the guy that sells? Is that you? Because right here, they don't pay a dividend. And then another example, NVIDIA. I had FOMO on this one a couple months ago, and let's look at their 6 month. Right around May, I had FOMO was at 278. Geez, it's almost doubled now at 459. That's pretty crazy, guys. So I don't know. If growth investing is for you, there's certainly something to do here. But I like to get my dividends. NVIDIA still pays you a 0.03, so they're still hucking some change at you. But they're really a growth stock, and they really own that tech, that computer chip market right now. They kind of stole it from Intel, so who knows? But I really like to see this. This right here is what gets me going. Really, I mean, since 2008, just crushing it, just absolutely crushing it. So that's all I've got for you guys today, and thank you.